the moon, the wind and positive and negative ions. For more details see the relevant source links in the description of this video, below. Why does all hell seem to break loose on or around the full moon? The term lunatic is derived from the word lunar, moon. Simply put, hormonal reactions to increased positive ions in the air, full moon effect, cause hyperactivity, depression, violent behavior, road rage, higher occurrences of migraines and asthma. Even bees are known to sting without provocation on higher positive ion ratios. In some Middle East countries, judges are more lenient on criminals if the crime was committed during increased positive ion wind conditions. These periodic winds blowing in from the desert are called the sharav. University studies in Israel concluded that increased positive ions can cause an increase in violent tendencies. The biochemical reaction. Just about all the air you breathe has some quantity of aeroions. Ions are charged particles in the air, between a few hundred to a few thousand per cubic centimeter. Some ions are negatively charged, negative ions, and some positively charged, positive ions. After years of research around the world, ion scientists have determined over and over that an imbalance in the ratio between positive and negative ions has a profound effect on both your mental and physical well-being. If you breathe large amounts of positive ions without an equal amount of negative ions, you will actually become lethargic and in some cases sick. High positive ion concentrations in the air are associated with the full moon. Air containing more negative ions and fewer positive ions has shown to be beneficial and without side effects. That is why negative ion generators are sold around the world. 75% of the general population react favorably to negative ions but are adversely affected by positive ions, while the other 25% react in the opposite way, finding higher positive ion days euphoric and higher negative ion days boring. These people compensate for the stress caused by positive ions with sufficient adrenaline production. In other words, 75% of the general population goes into different ranges of depression, and 25% become hyperactive. We are all affected somewhat by higher positive ion ratios. There are no side effects for negative ions. Ion research from around the world has proven that serotonin overproduction stimulated by higher positive ion ratios is the primary cause for many of the problems associated with positive ions. In the 25% of the general population during higher positive ion ratios, short-term increase in productivity occurs, attributed to hyperactive adrenaline production. After extended exposure or duration to positive ions, this increase in productivity quickly turns into poor performance, attributed to a weakened or exhausted adrenaline gland.